So by deadline, Maria Gabriela De Faria has been cast to play the DC villain, the Engineer, also known as Angela Spicer.
Speaker.
Okay. The character is a member of the superhero team, The Authority.
That's correct, yeah.
I don't know anything about this character. Go.
She's got nanotech blood.
That's it?
So she's all silver. So she's,
that one.
She's
I know
replaced all
that
blood with
one.
nanotech, and so she can have she has like a silver like sheath look, and she can like morph out big guns and stuff. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
and do you reckon she'd be the lead villain, or do you reckon The Authority, would there be a bunch of villains within The Authority?
Well, here's the thing. So, what's interesting, does it say specifically she's been cast as a villain?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, well, it might be. I think what they're doing is they're using elements of The Authority, which was a Wildstorm Image series.
Yes.
About like a team of incredibly powerful superheroes who decide to take an active role in making the world better in the Image universe.
Yes.
And then then DC had the Elite, which were like a parody of them, who decided Superman wasn't like wasn't cool and super enough,
Wasn't killing enough.
Yeah. And so I think they're probably combining aspects of that, like the Elite start out as villains and then some of them reform.
Right. Okay.
So I think that's maybe what they're doing with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, this something that was pointed out to me, and again, it's obvious in hindsight, is that all the characters thus far that have been cast in this, like all the supporting superheroes, are legacy characters, and it's Superman Legacy. So they're all dealing with their own legacy. So it's the
So
engineer.
are they the second version of something?
Some of them are. So the engineer, she's the second version,
Right.
And
was the first version like just a guy in a trench coat?
It was pretty much just a guy in a trench coat.
Yeah. That's often these things go.
Well, he also had the nanotech powers. Anyway, but then we've got the Green Lantern is Guy Gardner.
Yep. Is he second?
No, he's not second, but he's like subsequent.
Yeah.
And then we've got Mr. Terrific, who's the second Mr. Terrific.
Yep.
And I think it would be whoever else is, and it's Hawk Woman.
Yeah.
And I think she's
second Hawk
she
Woman.
might be the second Hawk Woman. Yeah. So
was there a Hawk Woman in Black Adam? Or was there only a Hawkman?
There was only a Hawkman.
Good movie. Good movie?
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah, great movie. Yeah, great movie. Yeah, great movie.
In hindsight, did a lot better. Like, we rinsed it at the time, but it's doing a lot better than a bunch of movies this year. I tell you that much, Mason.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was
bloody
fun.
tell you that much.
It was fun. Do you think that this movie is being overwhelmed by supporting characters that aren't Superman?
Because if it was a normal movie, there's just people in it.
Nice.
There's a lot of people in a movie. It's fine.
Yeah, and
I don't think they're all going to get 40 minutes of screen time.
No, that's true, yeah. And also, I think, again, if I'm critical of the Christopher Reeve movies, and I am.
What's that?
That's right. It's a lot of Superman fighting regular guys.
Sure.
And, it's nice to see him battle people of equal power.
And not only that, like variations in powers.
Yeah.
Which I quite like as well.
Yeah.
All right. Coyote versus Acme, Mason.
Oh, yes.
Just a few things to start off with. Phil Lord, who you might know as Phil Lord, Chris Bella.
Not personally.
No, you don't know him? Spider-Verse, other things, worked on whatever Lego movies. He said, Coyote versus Acme is wonderful. Dr. D. Green Machine nails it. Hilarious, smart, existential, and moving, and makes this all-time character more relevant than ever. So there's a bunch of people coming out saying, I've seen this and I love it. It might even be the best Warner Brothers movie. The US Congress have called for an investigation into these kind of shenanigans. One guy did, yeah.
Probably for clout.
Probably for cool clout. But Puck News came out and said, backlash. Warner Brothers have now opted to allow the filmmakers behind Coyote vs. Acme to search for another distributor. Coyote vs. Acme screenings now being set up for streaming services such as Amazon Prime Video, Apple, and Netflix. So because of the public outcry about this, and so they are actually going to potentially let people see this movie that they already made, that they were then going to shelve to save $30 million, but also ultimately lose a bunch of money on it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, so the there was a great public backlash, but I think probably as I understand it, the main reason for this backtracking is because a lot of people with some clout who are going to make movies with Warner Brothers or make stuff, maybe animation or TV or whatever, contacted Warner Brothers and were like, we're reconsidering being a part of, working with you.
If you're just going to do this.
Yeah, if you're just going to do this. So,
absolutely.
Well,
speaking of Warner Brothers, this is great news as well. The New York Times did a profile on David Zaslav.
I love that
CEO
guy.
Of Warner Brothers. Yeah, he's a good and he's normal.
He's normal.
You look at him.
If I was going to pick a word to describe him, it would be normal.
He said, in terms of the strikes that happened, he said, they were right about almost everything. So what if we overpay? I've never regretted overpaying for great talent or a great asset. This fucking guy, man.
You're overpaid, David Zaslav. You're being paid to
You
ruin
dragged
everything.
this out for months.
It is.
Like,
it is.
are you kidding me with
It is
this shit?
astounding that the board has not. He must be like such a smooth talker.
Or
In
they're
those
all
board meetings.
or they're all incredibly stupid.
They're all stupid. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
What are we doing? But just the nerve to be like, yeah, it's good actually, what happened. Fuck you. All right, let's move it along just quickly, Mason.
What do you mean? Also, this thing about overpay. Oh, I'd never. You've underpaid everybody. You have nothing. If you don't have the writers and the performers and the directors, you have nothing.
That's right, yeah. Anyways, before we talk about 3 Hour Hunger Games prequel, The Marvels is having a bad second week box office run. We know last week it broke records in terms of being one of the lowest opening for an MCU movie. Apparently it's going to be lucky to make $10 million in its second weekend. It earned $2.8 million on Friday, which is down a staggering 87% from its opening day last week, which also wasn't great then. This is the biggest second week drop for an MCU film.
What's the other
ever.
one? Oh, that's the biggest. What's the next lowest, I wonder?
Probably Ant-Man, maybe?
Or, yeah, maybe
Last
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man? I don't know. But like, we did talk about maybe this is a thing that will, they leave it in cinemas and it, gets a bit of momentum. But no, this is dead.
Yeah.
This is going to be on streaming by tomorrow.
Yuck.
So, there you
Yucky.
go. Anyway, it's fine. I thought it was all right.
I thought it was fun. Yeah, it's fun.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And, people are doing a little song and dance. So
I think, like as we said, I think there should have been more song and dance.
Oh, yeah, that's true. In the movie itself. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right. Should we move it along?
Let's move it along. 3 Hour Hunger Games prequel.
Woo! Did somebody say 3 Hour Hunger Games prequel?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I did earlier, moments ago.
Yeah, you
but
did.
there was a little break.
Yeah, we took a break.
We took a break. You were concerned that we would perhaps not recorded anything.
But we do have the backup recorder.
Recordo Montalban.
So
that's correct, yes.
It's fine.
Here's a couple of, just before we get started, here's a couple of pieces of news that I wanted to squeeze in, but you were not interested in season.
I didn't say
the
that.
trailer for season 2 of Reacher. And I only,
I'm not interested in
but
that.
the only reason I mentioned this was like a week ago, but the only reason I was interested in talking about it is because someone on Twitter, I think it was Vice Victus on Twitter, called him the Vanilla Gorilla. I'm like, that's good stuff. That is very good stuff. And he absolutely is.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And the other thing, I don't know if you saw this. There's a documentary came out this week, or at least some clips of it. ROBO Doc, which is the creation of the ROBO.
Oh, is this the Peter Weller talking about Oreos?
Yeah. So
Yes.
there's an anecdote from, I think, one of the armory guys or one of the stunt coordinators on the original RoboCop.
Yep.
And
Should we just get Collins to play it? Can we just play the clip?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
but I'll describe it
yeah.
in the interim. I'll describe it.
Maybe we'll play it at the end of the show.
So the stunt guy is handing Peter Weller his big RoboCop gun so he can do a particular scene, and he's also carrying he's got a big handful of Oreos.
Yep.
And so and Peter Weller looks at this guy and he says, "Robo wants an Oreo," and the guy says, "Listen. It's just you and me up here. We're doing this scene. I'm the only one here. If Peter wants an Oreo, you can have one, but you don't have to do the thing where you're in carry." And then he marches off to a vantage point over the scene, and he starts yelling, "Robo wants an Oreo." And what I love about that is that he would have done it. There's in RoboCop 2 where there's the point where he's trying to find out where the drugs are from, and he's like, "Where is it made?"
Yeah.
Like it'd be that cadence, and it'd be like, "Robo wants an Oreo."
And then it escalates. Then Peter Weller interjects at the very end. Remember that? Which is... Anyway, we'll play it at the end.
Yeah, we'll play it
Collins
at
will put
the
it.
end.
It's
Yeah,
very
nice.
good. Yeah.